So last week I went over my collection. This week I asked you guys to send in my Discord your guys' collections. Over 40 of you sent over your collections. That's a pretty big amount. I'm always super interested to see how your guys' collections are coming along, how many more manga you guys have collected since the last time. And we also got over 100 members in the Discord, so that's super exciting. Over 40 collections is a lot, and I'm gonna be able to acknowledge all of them, but I won't be able to go super in-depth on each and every one of them. So I will be looking through all of them though, so I'm super excited. Let's get right into it. Yokoso, my manga society. So this first one comes from Tegan. He says, started collecting a month ago, and you have quite the collection for a month. I'd say this is a pretty good starting collection. You got some of the basics like Chainsaw Man, Berserk, some of the classics. I see it in Alice in Borderlands, so this is looking pretty good so far. Even some JoJo's and Attack on Titan. Also a comic too, Watchmen, so this is looking great so far. Also apologies if I mispronounce anyone's names, but yeah. Next up we got El Savo. They said they've been collecting since 2018 with some Yu-Gi-Oh! 3-in-1, so that's pretty interesting. Let's take a look. So again, we got some Chainsaw Man, Dr. Stone Peak, JoJo's, we got some Parasite. The full collection of Pokemon, I'm pretty jealous about that. I got mine up here. I don't have the full collection yet though. Also some Mashle, love to see that. Junji Ito. Those Hellsing Deluxes are also really sick. These Innocent Omnibuses also look really cool. I've been meaning to pick them up myself. And yeah, really great collection so far. This is like amazing. Next up, we got 78 Feet. They said they've been collecting since 2018, starting with Naruto. So the first thing that pops up to me is the singles for 20th Century Boys, and then the full collection currently out of Real. That looks absolutely amazing. Also Slam Dunk, so yeah, this looks crazy. I do like how you displayed the books here. Those Naruto omnibuses look really cool. You also got some Chainsaw Man, some Dragon Ball, Tokyo Ghoul, some of the Gauntz singles too. That's really sick. And then a couple of more things that pop out to me are some JoJo singles. These Fable omnibuses look great, and also these One Piece omnibuses look really cool on a shelf actually. So really cool collection so far. Keep it up. Next up, we got The Bad Random. They said they've been collecting for a year. Their favorite manga is Monster, and this is the 56th day of asking for a Monster video. Kind of crazy. So I really like these bookshelves and how you display them. I really like when you show like some covers and like box sets in there. I like the Chainsaw Man box set. It looks super cool right there. And then you got like pretty much all of the Jujutsu Kaisen volumes that are out. And I do see some of that Monster that you enjoy so much. Yeah, I always think these Dan manga look really great. Like the spines look really cool as well. So really cool collection so far. Next up we got Bell, and their collection, the first thing that stands out to me are some of these light novels actually. Got Classroom of the Elite, got Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? I feel like I don't see too many people have that in their collection. I also see some Goblin Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen. You love to see the Vagabond spines, some of my favorite spines. So, and then also you love to see some of that Vinland Saga. I always love seeing Vinland Saga in people's collections. Also Bakuman. I feel like not a lot of people have too much Bakuman in their collections, so I really do like seeing that. And then another one is Homunculus. I do plan on hopefully collecting this one soon, so really cool to see in your collection. So next up we got Truska. All of their manga is in Polish, and they've been collecting for 1.5 years. I love to see like these other manga that are in like other languages. It's cool to see like the differences of the spines and the covers. But yeah, super cool collection. Got the Promised Neverland, got a Demon Slayer. Some of these I actually don't know what they are, like Sasaki and Miyano. I've never actually heard of that, but some of these other spines look cool. The Medalist looks cool, Naruto looks cool, Spy Family looks cool, and yeah, just the way you displayed these definitely look really cool. So good job and keep it up. Next up we got Vex. Vex has Black Clover, a volume of Death Note, and Diary of the Wimpy Kid. So they don't know how long they've been collecting, but yeah, no, it's a good collection so far. Anything is like good. As long as you like want to collect and keep collecting and start collecting, like that's a great start. And keep it up. I mean, I've heard really good things about Black Clover. Death Note's really good. And yeah, looks great so far. I really like this bookshelf too. It's really nice looking. Next up we got Math. Math has been collecting since summer, so not too long. But it looks like they've picked up some really cool volumes. Got the Deluxe Vagabonds. Got some Invincible, which isn't manga, but I feel like that's been a trend in some of these collections where you see Invincible, a Western comic. Super cool to see. Got some Steel Ball Run singles. That's super interesting to me. Also Kingdom. I'm wondering if these are probably in another language. So super cool to see some of these different spines. Like I said earlier, they did say the second row is all in French actually. So some of these are French, some of these are English. Super cool to see. If you have manga in like other languages, I love to see like the differences. So be sure to send those in the normal collections channel as well. So next up we got La Gosta. They've been collecting for about a year. These volumes are actually the Portuguese volumes. So these are actually super cool. I love the colors of these One Piece volumes in Portuguese, and those JoJo's volumes look really cool as well. I wish they would have done something similar to the English One Piece omnibuses, because yeah, I don't know, these look really cool. Next up we got Baresi 6. They've been collecting for nearly 2 years, and their favorite is Blue Lock and Tokyo Ghoul, so pretty good picks. I can definitely see the Blue Lock volumes look really cool. Got some Tokyo Ghoul there. Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man. Love to see the Vinland, like I always say. And we got some other ones that I haven't seen on any other collections, like Yozakura Family, Marriage Toxin, and also Orient. So cool pickups. I feel like this is a really cool collection. Next up we got PN Neo. They said they've been collecting for 2 years, and some of them are in Polish and some of them are English. So we got these, I'm assuming Polish Hunter Hunters. These actually look really cool. Slam Dunk, Gachiakta. These Mob Psycho, I think these are probably in Polish too. Those look cool. The Attack on Titan omnibuses look cool. Got Naruto, Vagabond, and also started Invincible. So I'm actually super interested in starting Invincible. So seems like a pretty common trend in the Discord. Next up we got Arrow. Started collecting about 6 or 7 years ago, looking for advice. Yeah, I don't know, Arrow. I think you're kind of a lost cause here. Let's move on. Next up we got Alvin's. They've been collecting for 2 years. Also really recommend reading Invincible. Yeah, I feel like that's also a common trend. I do see the Invincible. Got some cool deluxe editions. Got the Vinland Saga Deluxe, Vagabond Deluxe, and Berserk Deluxe as well. Got some Bleach box sets, JoJo's, love to see it. Got all of Dragon Ball, Death Note. I mean, honestly, all I see here is peak, so I feel like this is like a really great collection so far. And all I can say is keep it up. This looks amazing so far. So next up, we got Mega Matthew, 835 volumes. That's kind of crazy. That's definitely a lot of volumes. A little outdated. That's okay. I see some Akira Peak. I haven't read it yet, but I plan to soon. Got some of the classics like Tokyo Ghoul, Naruto, The Climber, Monster. I think that's maybe Slam Dunk down there. Got the entirety of Claymore. Currently reading it, enjoying it greatly right now. Got the cool spines of Dandadan. I do like the spines of Hell's Paradise as well, so good job on that. Like I said before, the Fable omnibus spines look great. I also see a Blom volume in there. I've been super interested in starting that. Obviously got some Blue Lock, Vagabond, the Vizbigs, Got the singles of Berserk as well. I feel like I'm definitely a fan of those. And then your last one, you got some classics like JoJo's. First time seeing Assassination Classroom in there too, so really cool collection, Matthew. It looks great. Next up, we got Wuke Uchiha, 274 volumes total, so let's take a look. Got some Attack on Titan, Blue Lock, Dragon Ball. They did say they have the Dragon Ball box set coming soon, so some My Hero. The One Piece singles look absolutely amazing. Also Assassination Classroom. I feel like I love how colorful those spines are on a shelf, so those look really cool as well. Got some of the classic seinens like Berserk, Vagabond, Vinland, and then Bleach, so I don't know, love to see it. This collection is really cool so far. Next up, we got Natho. They've been collecting since October 22nd, 2024. They have 172 volumes, which is actually really good. So one thing in this collection, or two in this collection, three in this collection I haven't seen so far. Made in Abyss, Witch Hat, and Free Ren. So these look amazing. Free Ren and Witch Hat, obviously peak. Made in Abyss I actually haven't read or watched, so looks cool on a shelf though. Got the Tokyo Ghoul, Call of the Night, Jujutsu Kaisen, and solo leveling there. It looks great so far, and I think you're on your way to creating like a really peak collection, so keep it up. So next up we got Triss Zay. They said they're still really new to collecting. I do see Vinland, Dungeon Meshi, and then the case study of Vanitas. So the two, Vinland and Dungeon Meshi, peak. I've actually never read or watched the case study of Vanitas, but I heard it's like really good. So even though it's not a huge collection yet, looks amazing, and yeah, keep it up, because that's just how, you know, really good collections start. So keep it up. Next up, we have Yuji Eat a Dorito. So they've been collecting for a good 5 months now, and it looks like you've got some pretty peak manga so far. It got pretty much what's out of Chainsaw Man right now, and then got some Kagurabachi, some Ajin. I haven't seen anyone have Ajin yet, so that's really cool. Witch Hat, Uzumaki, Spy Family, so looks really cool so far. You know, keep it up. I love to see it. Next up, we got Duckster. Fairly new to collecting, 56 volumes. So this one as well, got the Chainsaw Man box set. I love that box set. I like when people have it, so it's super cool. We got Girls Last Tour, also a unique pickup in these collections, so that's super cool. Got JoJo's, love to see it. The Horizon as well, I also got the Horizon over here. So I'm glad someone else has read that, it's super good. Also the Planetus Deluxe Edition, I haven't seen anyone have that yet. I actually don't have it either. I have the normal omnibuses, but super cool. Got the Trigun Deluxes, and then got these Bloms too, so pretty unique collection so far. Keep it up, this looks really good. Next up, we got Rayon. They've been collecting since last December. There's about 40 to 50 series that they read online, so let's take a look. So first thing I noticed, I believe that's Ubo Blatt. I don't know, I think this is a different language because I've never seen these volumes. And I do believe there's a deluxe out now in English too. So another thing that stands out to me is these Leviathan volumes. We just had Leviathan published in English, and these look different. So these are definitely a different language, but it looks super cool. Also, these Vagabond volumes. I actually kind of like these ones more than the English Vizbigs, so super cool to see. Got Land of Lustrous, Made in Abyss, and we got this other bookshelf with Orange and some other cool ones that I've actually never heard of, so yeah, super cool collection so far. Next up, we got Thanos Plies. They've been collecting for about 2 months, and you got a pretty big collection for 2 months, I'm gonna say. You're doing a great job so far. Got all the Berserk Deluxes. Got, I believe, all of Homunculus. We got the Chainsaw Man box set. some other deluxes like Hellsing and Trigun, so super cool to see. And also Watchmen. I feel like a lot of people in the Discord like Watchmen, which is super cool. I believe I read it a long time ago, so I'd have to reread it, but it's super cool to see. All right, moving on. So we got Boabi with humble collection over the past 20 years I've spent collecting. So got some Overlord, I believe that's the light novel. Got a Death Note, Tower Dungeon, Kagurabachi, and then a bunch of novels. So I don't know, it looks pretty good to me. I feel like it's not like the biggest, but yeah, it looks really good. So keep it up. Next up, we got Joseph. So this bookcase looks really cool. I love how you're displaying everything. I like the white bookcase with some of these white spines. It looks super cool. Also, the contrast with the black Jujutsu Kaisen spines looks really cool. Got some cool figures. Fragrant Flower, love to see it. And yeah, got the Vagabond, Tokyo Ghoul, Chainsaw Man. So looks really, really good so far. So keep it up. Love the Berserk figure. I have that one as well. Sick collection so far. Next up, we got Epic Sponge 101. So they've got some English volumes and non-English volumes. Some are in Chinese. Super cool. Let's take a look. Got a bunch of box sets. This is a pretty big collection. Got Dragon Ball. I believe there's some on the bottom that I have never seen before, but I can't exactly make out what it is. I apologize. Got some Undead Unluck, Sakamoto Days. One that I'm pretty interested to see that I feel like I've never seen in anyone else's yet is To Love Ru. I feel like I've never seen anyone else have that. We got Mao as well. And then Rent a Girlfriend box set. I actually didn't know that even had a box set, so super cool. I believe we got some light novels. I think that's a bunch of the Monogatari series, maybe. I could be wrong, but Vinland Saga. And then we also got some Shonen Jumps. That's super cool. I feel like whenever I see a Shonen Jump in a collection, that's like really cool. Moon Phase, I feel like I've never heard of that ever. So that's super cool to see. A lot of these I actually have never heard of. And then got the full collection of Gantz. And then this one I'm extremely excited to see. This is Ranking of Kings. So this one's in Chinese. I'm like super jealous. I wish these had English copies. So that is absolutely amazing to see. Next up, we got Naruto Uzumaki. Collecting for about a month. And this is a pretty good collection for about a month. We got Hunter x Hunter, Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, Blue Lock, a lot of the classics. So I feel like this is super cool to see starting out. And we also got a Hisoka figure. So super cool so far. Good job.
Snapkin.
Next up is Shark. So they've been collecting since 2021, so let's take a look. Black Clover, Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan, Blue Lock, and then one that I feel like I haven't seen in another person's collection so far is Record of Ragnarok. I've never read it, but I did watch the anime, so that's cool to see. And then also some of these Tokyo Revengers omnibuses, super cool. This is looking great so far, so excited to see where this goes. So now we got Ton Brady, collecting for about 2 years. This is such an aesthetic looking couple of bookcases. And I love how you displayed at the top there. We got like a bunch of, some of these are art books. I think maybe all of these are art books, but super cool. We got some of the classic seinens like Vagabond. I believe that's an Urasawa book, and then Berserk, and then also some Slam Dunk and Death Note. And then, yeah, I don't know, it just looks like you love some of these classics. I see some Vinland Saga. Those Parasite volumes also look really cool. I plan on getting those at some point. I never see anyone else have Asadora. I don't currently have it, but I do plan on getting it at some point. But overall, this looks really cool, and I like how you are using like different lights to display each shelf, so this looks sick. Next up, we have Nico. So they've been collecting since 2021. Some of their manga is in Spanish and some is in English. Super cool to see. Got some of the classics like Bleach and Naruto. Also some Vinland Saga, Vagabond, The Climber. It is kind of hard to make out some of the bottom shelf, but this looks really cool so far. And yeah, I actually love the color of this bookshelf. So love the way you're displaying some of these box sets, and yeah, it looks really cool so far. So next up, we got Kajki. They've been collecting for about 3 years, somewhere between 800 and 900 volumes. So this is a pretty extensive collection. It looks absolutely amazing. I love how you like are displaying so many of these different figures that you have. With some of these, I think these are like Lego type plants with some crocheted stuff in there. So this looks absolutely fantastic. I can't go through all of these. I do see some Yu-Gi-Oh! Real, absolutely fantastic. This is crazy. Also, this Slam Dunk Illustrations book is super cool. Got some D. Grayman omnibuses. You got some really cool pickups here, and this looks crazy. Got this I'm jealous of is the Pandora Hearts box set. Good job on getting that. That's so cool. So this collection is absolutely peak. Next, we have Danish with 22 volumes collecting for about 3 months now. For about 3 months, this looks really cool. Got Kagurabachi, some Black Torch, Magilumir. I feel like I haven't seen that in anyone else's collection. I definitely have volume 1 as well. It was pretty interesting, so maybe I'll pick up the next one. Got some Witch Hat, Tokyo Ghoul, and then all of Claymore. Not all of Claymore, but some of Claymore. So this is a pretty good collection so far, so excited to see where this goes. Next up, we got Josh Morgan. Josh Morgan has been collecting for about 2 to 3 years now, so let's take a look at some of these. Got some Naruto, Jujutsu Kaisen. I believe that's a Japanese Blue Lock copy of episode Nagi, so that's super cool to see. Got Akira Toriyama's Manga Theater. Got some Blue Box, One Punch Man, the Promised Neverland box set. I always thought this looked pretty cool. And then you have some other Japanese volumes like Vinland Saga Volume 1. Windbreaker, I believe, is in Japanese, and then Demon Slayer, so that's pretty cool to see. Also Case Closed. I don't think I've seen that in anyone else's collection either. But yeah, the way you display these are super cool, and yeah, excited to see how this grows as well. Next up, we've got Gavok. Been really only collecting for about 3 to 4 months, so let's take a look. I feel like it's a pretty good collection for 3 to 4 months. Got Vinland Saga, Homunculus, got those Invincible volumes, super cool. Chainsaw Man, and then it looks like all of Claymore, Dandadan, My Hero, One Punch Man, Spy Family, and no, yeah, this is really good for 3-ish months. Got a One Punch Man figure, so no, this is super cool. I feel like you've been picking up some peaks, so looks great so far. Aviel 1 has their whole collection, about 1,000 in French and 300 in English. Been collecting for about 4 years, so one thing that stands out to me, I believe this is what you're talking about, are these custom school live spines. Looks super cool. I actually have not read anything about that series, so I don't really know anything about it. But you have some really cool series that I've never heard of or read before. It's surprising that you have like Lucky Star. I feel like I didn't even know. Well, I guess if that's in a different language, then I'm not surprised that they have that, but in English we don't. And then I'm not gonna be able to go through, obviously, its entire collection because it's a lot, but it looks great. Some of the things that stand out to me are gonna have to be, like I said, that School Alive. Scientific Railgun, I feel like is a kind of crazy pickup. I feel like a lot of these I've never heard of. So, I mean, it's really cool because I love to see some of these random manga that I've never heard of, but then I see Yotsuba, Candy and Cigarettes, I feel like people are talking about a lot recently, Free Run, And yeah, I feel like there's still a whole lot that I've never heard of here. Overlord. Yeah, I don't know. This looks great. And the way you display them look really cool too. So keep it up. I don't know. I'm kind of speechless on this one. I haven't heard a lot of these titles before, so super cool to see. Next up, we got Vizzy. So they've been collecting for about a year, and looks like they got some of the classic seinens like Vinland Saga, Berserk, and Vagabond, and then 1 volume of Hunter x Hunter. So this is peak in my book. I feel like when you're starting out, getting some of the classics is a must. So yeah, great job, and interested to see where this goes. So next up, we got Hyorin Maru, started this year in April. So few months, and it looks like they've got some Chainsaw Man, Fragrant Flower, some Mushoku Tensei, Black Clover, and then one that I haven't seen yet, I believe, is 86. So I've heard nothing but good things about this actually, and I'd be interested in trying it out. So if it is good, let me know. I feel like I have heard good things about it, but this is a really good collection so far for only having started a little bit ago. So really cool to see new collections as well as big ones. So next up, we got Mr. Seal. They've been collecting since 2019, and the first thing that pops out to me is Alice in Borderland. I love the spines on these. I love how it creates like the whole landscape of the city. And then next to that is Zom 100 as well. Super cool to see. Got some Rave Master, Fairy Tail, and Dead Rock from the same mangaka. We got some Assassination Classroom, like I said, love those spines. And then love Tokyo Ghoul. Another one that stands out to me is the Shaman King and the Gantz singles. So I think it's super cool when I see Gantz singles. Yeah, pretty interesting collection so far. Good job. Next up, we got Dark Shadow, and they have a pretty big collection. Not going to be able to go through it all. Ones that stand out to me are some of these old dot hacks. Got some Chainsaw Man, Legend of Zelda. One that I haven't seen yet actually is Lone Wolf and Cub, so that's pretty cool to see. High School of the Dead, pretty interesting to see. And then you do have some more well-known ones like Naruto, Mashal, One Piece, Pokemon. Toriko, that's kind of crazy to see in a collection as well. So this is a unique collection so far. We got some Osamu Tezuka as well. Super cool. Astro Boy. Is that a Digimon comic? Web comics maybe, or manhwas? Because we got Solo Leveling and then we move into like Angel, Tomahawk. So that's cool to see. And then moving on to the next shelf, you got the new Mushishi, you got Initial D, Uboblat. Pretty unique collection so far. So Spriggan, Ichi the Killer, Kaiji. You have a lot of volume 1s, super cool. I love checking out like new series. So this is pretty interesting to see how many volume 1s you have. We got Ashino Joe, Lupin the Third, Devilman. Got some Yu-Gi-Oh! I'd be interested to hear back to see if you're planning on collecting some of the later volumes for some of these volume 1s, or if you tried these out and you just didn't enjoy them. So super cool collection. Next up, we got Viking Valhalla. Started around 2 years ago. Owned the 3rd box set, so let's take a look. JoJo's, One Piece, Dragon Ball, Chainsaw Man I see. The Full Metal Alchemist, Full Metal editions are super cool. Gachiakta, Bleach. So I love seeing the different ways you guys display your manga. And this looks really cool, so yeah, keep it up. So next up, we got Blitz Saga. Started during COVID, need 4 bookshelves. So let's take a look. So one that stands out to me first is Dead Man Wonderland. I think it's super cool when manga do like the alternating colors for the spines. This one does it, Trillion Game does it, super cool to see. So you got some Chainsaw Man. You do have like a pretty giant collection, so I'm not gonna be able to get through it all, but it looks like you do collect DVDs as well, which is super cool. Another one that stands out is Black Lagoon. You got Gachiakta, one that I've never heard of before actually, Sundome, Milky Way, pretty interesting. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like you have a lot that I've actually never heard of or even didn't know had manga adaptations. Gokurakugai, Dear S, that's pretty interesting. I don't think I've heard of that. Yokohama Kaidashi Kiko. I feel like those spines look really cool. Trigun Deluxes. You got the Blom. You also have Gleipnir. I know of this series, but I've never read it. So super cool to see. One that I've been pretty interested in starting is Soara and the House of Monsters. So that's cool to see in your collection as well. And then love to see the Hirai Asumi. We've been loving it so far, so it's super cool to see. And then also Haruhi Suzumiya. That's kind of crazy too. Is that in English? Because I didn't know we had I believe that's a light novel, so I didn't actually know we had that. And then these are actually crazy as well, the Tenchi Muyo. These are super cool. And these are comics, I believe you said. So these seem pretty rare, so that's super cool to see in the collection as well. So next up we got Bob the Hill Dwarf. So this is currently their full collection. We got Vinland Saga and Trigun there, Fragrant Flower. Looks like we got some pretty good variety. Got Kaiju number 8. I feel like I don't see too many people have that. Some volume ones like One Punch Man, Sakamoto Days. Got some Spy Family, and then you got your PS3 and PS4 collection there. So looks pretty cool. I see some pretty good games in there, so good job. No, pretty cool collection so far. So next we got Chronos. Still finishing a couple series and need more bookshelves. So let's take a look. They've got a super cool Soul Eater. I think that's like an art book, super cool. And then that's obviously next to Soul Eater. We got some Fujimoto, such as Goodbye Eri, Fire Punch, and Chainsaw Man. Again, love to see the Vinland Saga. Got Monster and the Climber, Jujutsu Kaisen and Kagurabachi, super cool. And then they put Dandadan next to Ajin, Death Note, Goodnight Poon Poon. I'd say that's a pretty good shelf for all of those. I feel like they all fit pretty well. Got some Yu-Gi-Oh! And then also some Toradora. Pretty interesting. Next up we got Lemmy 1K. Yeah, this looks great. Good job organizing this. I definitely like how these are displayed. So let's take a look. We got Mashal, the full collection. I feel like that's the first one I've seen the full collection for. Kaiju number 8. All of Dr. Stone. I've never seen cube art, so that's pretty cool to see in a collection. Black Clover, you got a lot of them. Also, probably the biggest Black Clover collection I've seen. You got One Piece, you're caught up with One Piece, super cool. I actually like how colorful the One Piece spines are. And then you got My Hero Academia in the back, Free Run, Spy Family, and then also the Full Metal Alchemist Full Metal editions. These Bleach 3-in-1s are actually pretty cool. I like that. Also, probably the largest Mob Psycho 100 collection I've seen yet. And then Windbreaker, so super cool. I actually like how you displayed your pop figure boxes, so yeah, no, this looks really cool. Good job, and keep it up. Next up, we have Moe or Mo, I'm not entirely sure, but started collecting around 3 months ago. So let's take a look. Ooh, this is pretty good for 3 months. So we got a bunch of Fujimoto like Chainsaw Man, Goodbye Eri, Look Back, and Fire Punch. We got some Tokyo Ghoul, Death Note, and Alice in Borderland. Love to see those two next to each other. We got some Vagabond and Monster. Oh, and also a volume of Pluto. So yeah, no, this is really good for 3 months. So yeah, keep it up. Really nice. Next up, we got Topaz. They've been collecting for about a year now, so let's take a look. Got some Death Note, super cool. I love the Death Note singles. Mashal, Blue Lock. These Blue Lock volumes look sick. You know I love Blue Lock. Neon Genesis Evangelion, some Soul Eater, Platinum End. Super cool to see. I've never read it, but I watched the anime. I love how you displayed these Bleach volumes as well with like the Bleach figures on top as well. Looks super cool. And then Komi Can't Communicate, Kagurabachi, and Jujutsu Kaisen. So looks like a really great collection for starting for a year. So looks really good so far, good job. And then lastly, we have Kenisu. Collection so far, I've been collecting for a bit over a year now. So started collecting with Promised Neverland. So let's take a look. Got Promised Neverland. The way you displayed these, absolutely gorgeous. Silent Voice also looks really cool the way you displayed them. Volume 1's on the side there. One Piece, you got a volume 4. Fragrant Flower, again, love to see it. Gachiakta, Call of the Night. One I haven't seen in anyone else's, or maybe I missed it, was Moriarty the Patriot. So that's pretty interesting to see. Down below we got the Helsing and the Vagabond. And then you have a Sukuna plaque there too. It's like, I believe that's in wood. Did you carve that or burn that? I'm super interested to know about that, so let me know. That was 45 different collections. Again, sorry if I wasn't able to comb through everyone's different collections. Definitely a longer video, so if you enjoyed and you made it this far, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to join the Manga Society today. And the link to the Discord will be in the description, so check it out. It was definitely cool to see everyone's collections. I do enjoy showing mine, but I also enjoy seeing everyone else's and the individuality that everyone puts into their own collections. So it's extremely cool to see. I'm glad everyone participated. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Comment down below some of the unique mangas that you saw that you'd like to add to your collection or that you thought was super cool. And yeah, as always, this world is cruel, but at least we have manga.